So I see a question here in reference to a 6-week course that I just led and a free PDF guide that I created, which is available on my website, uh, called The 6 Pillars of Relational Wellness. And somebody's asking here, how did you come up with the 6 pillars? Like, where did they come from? And I'm glad we're talking about this right after explaining the positive intention and that architecture, right? So I've facilitated over 700 sessions, and what I've observed, and this is based on some of my training as well, but these particular 6 pillars are what I've personally observed as the basic, rudimentary, foundational core needs that show up over and over and over and over and over again in family constellation sessions. I doubt that it's an exhaustive list, meaning I'm sure that there are more needs that exist in the world and there are more nuances and subtleties within these needs. But in general, the 6 pillars of relational wellness are an incredible starting point and framework for understanding the needs that are being expressed beneath our patterns and beliefs and behaviors that are then creating the circumstances in our lives that we are having difficulty with, right? I mentioned earlier in NLP jargon, there's a term called the meta outcome, right? It's the need underneath the need, the thing that we want, the reason that we want the thing that we want, right? The reason that you want to have infinite money, right? Those deeper layers, right? And so the 6 pillars of relational wellness I've found to be the core needs that show up repeatedly. And these 6 pillars are pretty obvious, really. Love, which is a broad topic in itself. Safety, protection, connection, belonging, and sovereignty or personal freedom. Yeah. Love, safety, protection, connection, belonging, and sovereignty, personal freedom. These show up over and over and over again, you guys. Over and over and over again. I see them. They come up. They are present in all of us. And this is on the, mental and emotional level. It's also on the physical level. Things like safety and protection are very carnal. They're very visceral. They're very human. Yeah. And so these are some of the keywords that I listen for and that I look for. We don't always go there. Sometimes we leave it with something like trust. Yeah. Sometimes it's really important to work with the outcome that is more superficial and then be able to work on the deeper meta outcome, right? So if a person's really trying to work on trust and they want to have more self-trust or want to have more trust in a partner or relationship, sometimes we'll start there and we'll work there for a session. And then we'll explore, well, once you have that trust and once you're able to trust your relationships and be able to lean into that and trust yourself, then what does that do for you that's even more important? What does that allow you to do, have, or be? Oh, well, then I can fully express myself. Yeah. And then maybe we'll do a session on personal expression, self-expression, and really opening that up and seeing what's there. And then from that place, maybe we'll say, okay, well, now that you've seen what you've seen relative to your own self-expression, what's beneath that? When you're expressing yourself and you're trusting that, then what do? Oh my God, then I just feel so free to be myself. I feel so open and available to be my true authentic self. That, my friends, is sovereignty or personal freedom. Yeah. One's own self, being in tune and in connection with one's own self. How beautiful. Yeah, it's one of the core things. And so then we'll work with that. And so I created a PDF, I think it's like 18 pages or so, that goes through different subtle layers of these 6 pillars, and that's available on my website. It's free. You can join my mailing list, or you can choose not to. It's free to you whether you like it or whether you want to sign up or not.